Hello, Sunnyslope Pastor Rob here. If you were at our congregational meeting in May, you may remember that I said that our church would be making a switch in the online service and the app that we use for our communication and online giving and some other things. I want to take a couple minutes to explain why we're making this switch and then to go over a couple of things that couple of the benefits that this switch will give to us. First of all, the switch is going to be from using the Bridge app to something called Church Center Online. Now, if you are involved in some of the scheduling or some of the worship planning or some other things, you actually may already be somewhat familiar with Planning Center Online. Planning Center Online is what we use to plan our worship services and to schedule our volunteers. Church Center Online is the app and the sort of the more public-facing side of Planning Center. And the main reason that we're making the switch, well, there's really two reasons. The first being cost. Currently, we pay fees to use both the Bridge app and Planning Center. And so we're paying quite a bit of money every year in those fees. And in addition to paying the fees to using those products, we're also paying fees to process our online giving. We pay for credit cards when someone uses the Bridge app to give using their credit card or a debit card. We pay a fee for that for every transaction, and that fee is made up of two parts. There's a per transaction fee, and then there's a percentage fee. And currently, through the Bridge app, just the way that it's set up, that fee amounts to hundreds and hundreds of dollars every year. And that's in addition to the fee that we already pay to use the app itself. For people who give through ACH, that's usually using like a bank routing number, we're able to make donations through there, but that's been kind of difficult, and that too has resulted in pretty high fees. And so the new app will allow us a couple of things. We can process those ACH donations, and that will only cost us 30 cents per transaction. So that's a lot less than what we're currently paying. We will be able to still process credit card or debit card donations, and we will pay a fee for that. And that fee is also a percentage of the total amount given, as well as a per transaction fee. But the big advantage is that the new software, the new app, will allow givers and donors to cover the cost of that fee if they choose. And it makes it a lot easier to do that. When you make your donation, it gives you a little box to check that says, I want to pay and then it actually gives you the amount of the fee that you would be paying. And then that gets added to your donation, but that fee doesn't go to us. It goes directly to the credit card processor. So we expect that this will bring our costs way down every year. So that's the first main reason. The second reason is that the new app will give us a lot more functionality. It will allow us to do a lot more things that we currently are not able to do easily. So let me give you some examples. Online payments. So we have an event like Camp Tadmor or the Women's Retreat. These are events that require a lot of behind the scenes work to create signups and logistics and things. This new app will allow us to create events that you can sign up for right in the app. And you can, for example, let's say if Camp Tadmor were to, if you were to have t-shirts, for example, you could select how many t-shirts you'd like to purchase and what size and all those kinds of things. But maybe the biggest advantage is that it will allow you to pay for your registration right online. So you won't need to worry about bringing a check if you don't want to. You'll be able to register and pay online for events like Tadmor or the Women's Retreat. We'll also have the ability to create scholarships, to create like discount codes, all of those kinds of things, which will make paying so much easier. Along those same lines, when we hold events like the Pinewood Derby races in May or the Harvest Carnival in the fall, we often sell like hot dogs and soda. And currently, we have to take all of that by cash. But if you don't have cash, we don't really have a way to accept payment. we will be now going forward, we will have the ability to accept debit and credit card payments through a tap to pay function. So when you want to pay for your hot dog or soda or you want to whatever, you'll be able to do a tap to pay. And that will also go for events like the auction. When you check out for the auction, currently we have to have you pay in either cash or check, but this will allow you now to pay with your debit card, even using your phone if your phone has tap to pay capability. So we expect that this will be so much easier. Another advantage is for volunteers, for those, for example, who serve in the nursery or who serve in the worship band or other worship leadership or other events or other activities. This app, and we currently already use this a fair bit, but we'll be able to expand this more. Let's say you know you're going to be gone for 2 weeks in July because your family's going on vacation. You'll be able, right through the app, to submit those blackout dates to the, let's say, the nursery leader, and that way she'll know or he'll know that you're not available on those 2 dates and then not to schedule you. There's a lot more that goes along with scheduling that will make it easier for us. We'll be able to make sure we're not double scheduling people, and so on. Another advantage is better communication. So currently, if someone goes into the hospital, one of the ways that we communicate is through the Bridge app, and we can send out notifications to everyone who has the app. But if you don't have the app, you might not be made aware of this until, say, Sunday when you show up at church and you maybe find it in the bulletin. What this app will do is it will allow us to send out a notification in the app, but it will also allow us to send out an email to everybody who would be on the prayer list. And we can do that very easily and very seamlessly. The ability to do that is much improved over what we currently have in place. And then one final advantage, there's others, but I'm going to kind of limit it here. These are the big ones, is small group management. So through the app, you will be able to sign up for a group. You'll be able to go online and find out which groups are open and accepting members, and you'll be able to find out what each group is all about, and then you'll be able to leave a group if you want. So what comes next? Here's kind of the timeline. Over the summer, we've recruited a handful of people to kind of be our test subjects. And we still have room if you want to do that, you can let me know. You can send me an email and I'll put you on the list and you can become one of our test subjects too. We're going to spend the summer trying to we're going to run through a bunch of tests and have people try out some of these features. And hopefully we'll be able to work out as many bugs as possible. And so over the summer, we're going to be kind of just in testing and trying out and communicating with our testing people. And by the fall, we're hoping to be able to roll out the app for everybody. We'll have the app, you can download it. We'll put some videos out that will show you how to do all of this. So, because we don't want anybody to be left out. And so we're going to make it as easy as possible for you to sign up and download the app. And starting in the fall, you'll be able to do that. And we're going to make that available to everybody. But we will still be using the Bridge app. We'll kind of be doing two things at the same time because we know that it can take some time for people to make a transition over from one app to the other. But by January 1st of 2026, it is our goal that we will be switching entirely to Church Center Online, and we won't be using the Bridge app any longer after January 1st. So you'll have the fall to kind of get used to it, and we'll make this as seamless and as easy as possible. But I really do think that this app is going to be very, very helpful for us as a church. It'll be good in supporting our mission and our work as a church to care for each other and to engage people in service in the church for the kingdom of God. So that's what you can look forward to. I'll put out another video shortly before we roll out the app that will give you more information. Thanks for watching. And as always, let me know if you have any questions. You can message me at church, send me an email, talk to me, whatever. And yeah, thanks for watching.